Picture yourself in the final miles of a marathon. You've run for years, through sacrifices, moments of joy, and countless obstacles. Every step now is crucial. Every decision shapes your finish line. But just as you're hitting your stride, someone steps into your path, trying to throw you off course. It could be a sibling, a spouse, a friend, or even a neighbor. Let's be real. At this stage of your life, the last thing you need is someone piling their burdens onto your shoulders. You're not their fixer, their emotional crutch, or their backup plan. This is your race, not theirs. Let's cut to the chase. Some people make demands they have no right to. Requests that drain your time, energy, and peace of mind. It's a direct hit to your well-being, and that's not okay. Have you ever felt like you're being used as an endless resource? Like you're rowing a sinking boat while everyone else just watches from the shore? We're here to speak the truth others shy away from. In this video, we're diving into 5 things no one should ever ask of you at this point in your life, because anything that steals your peace isn't worth your time. Stay with us. This could be the wake-up call you need to close the doors you never should have opened. First up, being asked to take on responsibilities that aren't yours. How many times have you said yes to something you knew deep down wasn't your problem? Too many, right? And the worst part? You only realize it after you're stuck carrying a load that was never meant for you. It often starts small, a quick favor, a just this once plea, or an urgent crisis. But before you know it, you're caught in a cycle, pulled deeper without even noticing. What began as kindness turns into you holding up someone else's entire world. And the longer it goes on, the harder it is to break free. Think of a rope stretched to its breaking point. What happens when it's pulled too far? It snaps. That rope is you. You're not a lifeline for others to cling to. You shouldn't be keeping someone else's ship afloat when they've had years to learn how to sail. What's at stake isn't just your time or money, it's your peace, your mental health, your life. Being asked to carry what isn't yours is like being handed a heavy backpack and told to deal with it while others walk away. You carry it out of love, out of fear of seeming selfish. But let's be clear, that's not helping, it's being taken advantage of. In 2024, a Gallup poll found that 68% of Americans over 50 feel overwhelmed by others' expectations. That's a heavy load you don't need to carry. You've done enough. You've worked, loved, sacrificed, and built a life. So why are you still carrying burdens that belong to others? You're not a bank, yet people ask for money. You're not a caregiver, yet they expect you to drop everything for their kids or crises. You're not a therapist, yet they lean on you to fix their emotional messes without ever asking how you're doing. And when you dare say no, suddenly you're the bad guy, guilt-tripped, judged, or blamed. But who calls them out for putting you in that position? Too many people exploit your kindness, seeing you as a resource, not a person. It hurts because you give everything, only to face more demands and blame. It's like being an umbrella in a storm. Everyone runs to you when it pours, but when the sky's clear, you're left soaked and forgotten. How many more times will you let this happen? This isn't love, it's emotional exploitation, whether it's from a child, a friend, or a sibling. Let's dig deeper into why this happens. Often, it's because people know you're reliable. You've been the rock, the one who always shows up. But reliability doesn't mean you're obligated to solve everyone's problems. In American culture, we're taught to be there for family, but at what cost? When does helping become enabling? If someone's demands are stealing your peace, you don't have to say yes just because no feels hard. When they come with tears or guilt trips disguised as love, pause and ask, why am I paying for their choices? This isn't about being cold, it's about self-respect. If you don't set boundaries, no one will do it for you. Letting others' burdens pile up will leave you drained, frustrated, and invisible. Life's too short for that. You deserve to enjoy the life you've built, to rest, to chase dreams, not to put out fires others started or prop up people who won't stand on their own. Open your eyes. If you feel trapped by others' responsibilities, it's time to break free. This isn't about refusing to help in real emergencies. It's about rejecting the endless weight of problems that aren't yours. Stop carrying guilt or debts that belong to someone else. A 2023 study by the American Psychological Association showed that chronic stress from others' demands can lead to serious health issues like heart disease or anxiety. Your health is worth more than their convenience. Ask yourself, why am I carrying this? If you can't find a good reason, let it go. No one will protect your peace better than you. Let's look at a common example, being asked to lend money. Unless it's a true emergency, don't even consider it. Imagine you're enjoying a quiet morning, coffee in hand, savoring a rare moment of calm. Then your phone buzzes. It's a family member or old friend, not calling to catch up, but to ask for cash. It's framed as a one-time thing, but it rarely is. That's the start of a story you don't want to live. Lending money at this stage of life is like handing over your car keys and hoping they return it in one piece. Spoiler, they often don't. A 2023 survey found that 60% of Americans who lent money to family never got it back. That's not just money, it's your peace, your trust, your stability. In today's economy, with inflation hitting 3.2% in 2025, every dollar counts. Why risk your financial security? You've worked hard to earn your calm. Lending money can spiral into a mess. Missed repayments, strained relationships, or worse, resentment. It's not about being stingy, it's about protecting what you've built. What if you need that money for a medical bill or an unexpected home repair? A 2024 AARP report noted that 1 in 3 retirees face unexpected expenses that drain savings. You can't afford to be caught off guard. It's like leaving your front door unlocked, hoping no one walks in. By the time you realize the mistake, the damage is done. Your peace is worth more than any loan. And when they say, but your family, you have to help, that's emotional blackmail, not love. Family doesn't mean sacrificing your stability. You're not obligated to save anyone at the cost of your own well-being. Constant favors that drain your savings while others live carefree, that's not fair. You're not at an age to rebuild from zero. It's like driving without a spare tire. You can't afford a blowout. In the US, 40% of older adults report financial stress from family requests per a 2024 Fidelity study. Don't let that be you. If someone only calls when they need something, ask, is this love or just dependence? True love doesn't ask you to risk your future for their convenience. Saying no isn't cruel. It's wise. Protect what you've earned, whether it's your savings, your time, or your emotional energy. Let's move to another demand, being dragged into family drama. Picture this. Your kids are fighting over who gets what when you're gone. Your home, the one you built with years of hard work, filled with memories, becomes a bargaining chip. They want you to play referee in a conflict you didn't start. You step in, hoping to bring peace, but end up caught in a storm. In the US, family disputes over inheritance are rising. 30% of families face this, per a 2024 survey by LegalZoom. Your safe haven turns into a battleground, and you're left watching your legacy tear people apart. It's heartbreaking to see your life's work reduced to dollar signs. Trying to fix what's broken only fuels the fire. You exhaust yourself, lose your peace, and sometimes even your health. A 2023 health study linked chronic family stress to higher rates of hypertension in older adults. The hard truth? You can't mend what others won't. Your job isn't to solve their conflicts, it's to protect your calm. If someone pulls you into their drama, ask, is this worth my peace? You can't save others by drowning with them. Choosing not to get involved isn't letting them down, it's choosing yourself. Your well-being is worth more than any argument. For example, imagine your kids arguing over who gets your lake house. You built it as a place of joy, but now it's a source of division. Stepping in might seem noble, but it often backfires, leaving you drained. Let's explore another angle, the emotional toll of being everyone's problem solver. In American families, older adults are often seen as the glue holding everyone together. But being the glue doesn't mean you have to stick yourself in every mess. Saying no to drama is saying yes to your mental health. You've earned the right to step back and let others figure it out. Next, let's talk about being asked to change who you are. Imagine your kids or a friend saying, Mom, Dad, you're too old to wear that jacket, or why are you still into classic rock? It's not just a comment, it's an attack on your identity. Your choices define you, and they're being dismissed as outdated. They're not asking for a small tweak, they're telling you to erase what makes you, you. In America, ageism is real. 65% of older adults feel judged for their lifestyle choices, per a 2022 AARP study. Your music, your style, your habits, like binge watching The West Wing or gardening at dawn, are your story, not something to be updated. Why should you change to fit their mold? You've earned the right to love what brings you joy, whether it's vinyl records, bright sneakers, or your morning crossword in the local paper. Your authenticity is your strength, not a flaw. Giving in risks losing what makes you unique, a loss you can't undo. If you start doubting yourself, you'll fade into someone else's version of you. Imagine your grandkids rolling their eyes because you still quote Seinfeld. Those references are part of your life's tapestry. Erasing them to fit in is like tearing out pages from your story. In a 2024 survey, 70% of older Americans said staying true to themselves boosted their mental health. Don't trade that for anyone's approval. Your life, your choices, your joy, they matter. Don't let anyone rewrite your story just to make them comfortable. This isn't about defiance. It's about honoring the person you've become. You've lived through decades of change, from rotary phones to TikTok. You don't need to keep up to be valid. Let's dive deeper into why people ask this. Often it's because they're uncomfortable with your independence. Your confidence in who you are challenges their expectations. In American culture, we often expect older adults to act their age. But who defines that? Your 70s could be your time to start a podcast or take up yoga. Don't let anyone dim your spark. Finally, let's address being asked to prioritize someone else's feelings over your own. Maybe your kids say, "Your choices are stressing me out," or "Just do this to make me happy." It's like they're saying your needs don't count anymore because you're older. Giving in means dimming your own light so they can shine. Your happiness isn't secondary. A 2023 wellness study found that 1 in 4 older Americans feel pressured to prioritize others' emotions, leading to burnout. That's not love, it's control. Your peace, your needs, your life, they matter. Imagine your daughter saying, "Mom, don't move to that beach condo. It'll make us worry." But that condo is your dream, your chance to wake up to the ocean. Prioritizing their comfort over your joy means sacrificing what keeps you alive. Don't do it. Your life isn't a stage for their script. No one has the right to demand you sacrifice your happiness. If you keep putting others first, you'll lose your spark, left watching your own life from the sidelines. In the US, mental health experts emphasize self-care as survival for older adults. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. If someone's demands make you feel trapped, say enough. Don't let guilt manipulate you into giving up what keeps you whole. For example, if your son says, "Dad, don't travel solo, it makes me nervous," remind him that your adventures, like that cross-country road trip, are what fuel you. His discomfort isn't your burden. Life's too short to live for others' comfort. You've fought for your peace, now protect it. Set boundaries, say no, and don't apologize for choosing yourself. In American society, we often glorify self-sacrifice, but at what cost? A 2024 study showed that older adults who set boundaries reported 50% less stress. That's the power of self-respect. Let's reflect on the bigger picture. At this stage, you've earned the right to live on your terms. Maybe that means joining a book club, learning to salsa, or simply enjoying quiet evenings with your favorite jazz playlist. These choices aren't trivial, they're your legacy of joy. But why is it so hard to say no? Guilt is a powerful force. American culture often equates saying no with being unkind, especially in families. Yet, boundaries are an act of love for yourself and others. By protecting your peace, you model strength, showing those around you how to live authentically. Think about the ripple effect. When you prioritize your well-being, you inspire others to do the same. Imagine your grandkids seeing you thrive, pursuing hobbies, setting boundaries, living fully. That's a legacy worth leaving. In contrast, giving in to endless demands teaches them that your needs don't matter. Let's address one more layer, the fear of being seen as selfish. In the US, we're conditioned to put family first, but there's a difference between support and self-destruction. Helping a struggling child with rent during a crisis is one thing. Funding their lifestyle while they make poor choices is another. Know the difference. Boundaries don't mean cutting people off, they mean defining your limits. For instance, if your sibling keeps venting about their messy divorce, offer empathy, but don't become their 24/7 counselor. Suggest they seek a professional. You're not abandoning them, you're preserving your energy for what matters. Life is a one-time offer. You've spent decades building yours. Don't let it slip away. In 2025, with rising healthcare costs and economic uncertainty, protecting your resources, emotional, financial, and mental, is more critical than ever. You can't pour from an empty cup. So, how do you start? Begin small. Practice saying no to one unreasonable request this week. Maybe it's declining to babysit on short notice or refusing to mediate a family argument. Each no is a step toward reclaiming your peace. A 2024 psychology journal noted that setting boundaries boosts self-esteem by 30% in older adults. That's real change. Ultimately, this is about living fully in the time you have left. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, this chapter is yours to write. Don't let others hold the pen. Embrace what makes you feel alive, whether it's painting, volunteering, or binge-watching Stranger Things. Your joy is non-negotiable. You've earned your peace. Don't let anyone steal it. Take one step today to protect your time, energy, or joy. Maybe it's saying no to a draining request or carving out an hour for yourself. Share your step in the comments below. We'd love to hear how you're reclaiming your life. If this video hit home, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so we can keep inspiring you. Your peace is worth fighting for. Let's build that life together.